get Sparkle Supreme. Moving on. Number 3, beggars. Because, well, beggars. Nobody does not like beggars in Assassin's Creed. Of course, PRM. I do not know what PRM stands.
There we go.
Digital rights management. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this site because that site is key. Alright, I'm gonna go check on my burgers real quick. I'll be right back.
Just like Fortnite. To fashion Instagram.
I just said pretty much. You don't know what Bed Wars is? I mean, me, nothing. That's how much dumb luck I have. I'm pretty much like when it comes to Mario Party, just go like standing still, doing nothing. And I'd just be right there, just like, I want it. Try me biscuit. Why? Yes, baby. What's this island though?
Uh-oh.
I can tell. What does the health? 200 HP and huh. I can kind of reminds me of that game, what was that game? Uh, I forgot the name of that game, oh, I remember. It was, no... Fudge! I remember me and my cousin played the game and the boss was pretty disappointing. Crap, I forgot. I'm sure it'll come back to me. But as far as I recall, that boss was pretty fucking disappointing. They're just fudging, like, sent all those zombies at us, and then next, no,
that the final boss is just one zombie. We just use a special and just killed him.
Vibna, Vina, oh, Vintajongi. Ah, Wanu. Ah, Dag Dag.
Wait, they can't even do any damage. The heck? How is that even possible? He made it to where they can do crappy damage. Okay. We pretty much like One Punch Man to them. Like just try to do a crap ton of damage, but then afterwards that it's like my turn. Just one punch them. And they're right there just crying as they fail try to murder us. H Island. The first thing I see is beauty. Very excited. Now I'm talking about a llama.
Kambipa,
Boy.
Womber.
Alright. Holy. Holy. Okay. Okay. What? What the? This is only like the remastered version of the map that Dirt made. That better. That's gonna be mean. So what's this map condition? Do we have to fight each other, or we have to fight something, or you just made it because of no reason? Oh, this one was about your brother? I back, I'm grappling. What the? What the? You shoot that thing pretty good distance. I mean, kind of ironically weird of how certain things can be destroyed in one shot. Well, a pickaxe can do 20 damage to the player, but to a certain object it does 70. It's ridiculous. And I keep on forgetting I have that parachute. And it's a sword. That I can't grab. Fair point. Fair enough. I swear, one of these days I have a feeling that someone's gonna make a Sonic map. Or someone already did. It's gonna be like doo 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 doo. Why? Oh crap, I actually didn't know that we can damage each other.
We demolish. Hello? Anybody still here? Hello? Hello? Parappa?
Yes.
Okay, alright, what happened to everybody? Where'd everybody go?
Oh, well, Thanos snapped his fingers and everybody vanished.
No,
The mic
no,
is
for real.
broken.
Oh, well, that's what really happened. Sorry for that Thanos reference. I just want to make that reference. Just go like, probably to everybody for like, Thanos came by and said, you should have gone for the head. It's not the finger. Just go ahead, buddy. And also, who playing jazz music in my room? Oh. So, yeah, pretty much ever since after you left, I kind of pretty much just started to chill here for a bit. Pretty much also help out my grandma. Oh, I work at church. It's, it's not that far. All you gotta do is just go straight downtown until, like, right when you're about to leave, that you just take a look to the left, you'll just see it. I get paid around about 500. Don't work at churches. Yep. Yeah, I work around. I mean, I pretty much earn around about 500 bucks. It's been about 3 months. I got myself a good amount so far. Oh no, I mean, I sleep in there, but you know what? You don't know what?
Hey, I saw a night helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Huh? I'd rather not find out. I'm probably assuming that he did. And you better not jump on me, you dog. But I already knew that he threw up. Because that while I was playing my game, I heard him throw up a lot. I was like, Jesus Christ. Oh, he did wake up for a bit. And then next you know, he woke up for a bit and then next day just went back to sleep because of freaking, because he said that he was still a bit drunk. I was like, God, no. Yeah, I already saw it. Like, I was trying to hold back and trying to record him. Yeah, it's like, I had my phone out and I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, I was just right there, just slowly pulling on my phone. And then next, you know, that I had to turn off my phone so it's order and doing it. Because if I just turned it, because if I recorded him, man, no chill.
What is her name
No,
in
I'm not
this?
gonna post it. I'm not that screwed up. I'll just keep it as memory though. I mean, if he done that to me, then yeah, I would do it back. But I wouldn't do that to him. I mean, the first thing I do, ugh,
Washroom.
thank you. But
You
dog, can you
okay?
move? I see you already. Stop trying to be a attention hog. And I swear, I'm just glad you. I'm just glad you know how to stop jumping on people. That's where I slept at for the night. Like I said, he was knocked out, and I didn't want to bother a young person. I didn't like, yeah, I'm gonna. But I was just still, I just dog. You better not. Where the fuck did you come from? Right? Obviously, sneak peek with my life. Like I just heard.
Gibbs!
where I just had the cousin that did. It was good to give a drunk biscuit. .360 no scope. And if I didn't say thank you, PJ, well, thank you again. Just in case. My bad.
Okay then.
Well, how'd you feel, PJ?
It was good.
Ugh. I had legit had to deal with. I'm also probably gonna have to deal with my little cousin's crying today. Because she just found out that you know that show OKKO?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently my little cousin just found out that the show have ended.
The show's ended?
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
they did the last episode, and my little nephew just crying. Ow! Ow, little piggy, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Not like machine gun.
Hopefully they bring back Adventure Time though. I actually want Adventure Time.
They're
to come
probably
back.
gonna do it in their own series.
Yeah.
But to be honest, you mother.
But you see, like, that's just it. Like, Adventure Time did so much, it's pretty much complete. Like, so much has went through the show. It's pretty much complete. Like that, like they finished that story. They pretty much showed what needed to be shown. It's complete.
I mean, to me, they had so much more potential next time.
Yeah. I really feel like that when it comes down to like finales for a show, you have to remember that there's a story that goes on with the show in general. Adventure Time had a good finale because, you know, there was a story that was going on with each and every episode. It wasn't just this happening here or this happening here. Every single like episode had something to deal with the story that was involved and that was happening. Now the Acquisition, which was the final episode of the Amazing World of Gumball, was not a good finale because it felt too rushed.
That wasn't the last episode, was it?
But that was the Acquisition. That was the last episode.
Ow! I actually didn't know that the Amazing World Gumball ended. Wait, seriously, legit 1 health? Huh. Too bad I didn't know. I wasn't expecting you to be at 1 health. Can't touch it. No. Gotta go fast. Peekaboo. I swear for the love of Jeebus, if you threw up on my bed, you're gonna at least clean it up. My cousin. In case you didn't hear, we had a joke night. That drunk bastard. And in case you don't know what bastard means, capital language. I was attempting to record it. Okay. And then y'all called me a square for that. But guess what? This square stays square.
So that is the fall of Fallout. Oh no, just still waiting for for Elder Scrolls 6. Hopefully that game's good. Hopefully.
Someone made a meme about Adventure Time. It was a thing saying that like it was a white space and then they saw the Reaper, Grim Reaper, not like the actual Grim Reaper from Adventures of Bill and Mandy, like the random Green Reaper, and then next to know that it had been saying, was that a good show? And he said, no, you were the best show. And I read this like, golly, that, like, at first I thought it was saying, no, you wasn't a good show, but then I read the text again, it said, no, you're the best show. And also, Lil Pico Rush wanted to join the party. Is that alright with you?
Oh, when Sonic is kind of bad. I don't know. I think Mario and Sonic are too good are too good like characters. I think they make I think they make really good games, but Sonic Forces is yeah.
That don't count. That just don't count. And Lil Pika, you fudging. You fudging. You... Don't you fudging. Yeah, like I said, I am not Sky Lil Pika. You're not gonna get me easily with those traps. Oh no, a little basic try. You fudger. You made him unbreakable. Ha! What? You can break stuff, but I can't? Tornado attack! Oh, they just can't be pickaxed. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Oh, Gergadon.
I think. Tornado attack! Check out my speed now!
Oh.
Mmm.
Uh-huh.
Mother, I fucking knew it, little Pika. You tried sucking me out.
Ring nigga Dunda.
Sonic Forces is not good.
Yeah.
This is the worst Sonic game since I played Sonic 06 on PlayStation 3. Granted,
you
I never
reading the
played Sonic
comments?
Boom and never will. No, I'm looking at an article. On Reddit. I preserved to level 20 before ultimately saying fuck this game. $40 down the drain. I make myself feel better by saying that $40 went to paying the full $60 for the masterpiece that is Sonic Mania, which was only $20. The created character thing was cool, I suppose. I went with it. The story is hard to follow. Not because the complexity, but because it's like they didn't even try. Now Sonic meets old school, non-talking Sonic and goes, "It's been generations since I've seen you." Each new plot twist, I find myself shaking my head. Why is Tails such a wuss? Why can't I play as Knuckles? Can I eventually? The controls are horrendous. What happened? Hell, Sonic World controls on 3DS are really good in my opinion. Sonic Colors controls on Wii were fantastic. The weapon system is cool and works pretty well, but the 3D and side scrolling platforming is awful. While the camera struggles to play catch up, and don't get me started on the Switch version of this game graphically. Typically, I'm not one to care about frame rate or resolution, but when docked to a TV, there's a lot of pixelation and blurring, which throws me off sometimes. It's actually visually better portable, or at least it's more difficult noticing flaws on a smaller screen. I fully support Sega if they continue to make amazing games like Sonic Mania, but they may need to give up on this type of 3D Sonic game. Good ones are few and far. Everyone else have similar feelings. Maybe I'm mad because I really wanted to like this game and I'm out of $40. I really did try to like this game for days. I tried. Yeah, I did the same thing, buddy. I did the same thing. I wish I could upvote this guy's thing like 5 times. Like, I'm sorry to say, but I don't know. Sonic Forces, I legit tried to like that game. It's funny. I legit actually tried to like that game. I love the music in the game, but oh my god, the gameplay just feels so rushed, and like the weapons are so fucking broken. Like you can literally use the Fire Wisp, the weapon that they give you at the beginning of the game, to beat the game. It's that broken. Like they did not test this game when they sent it out. They did not test this. Absolutely disappointing. Review: Sonic Forces is a half-finished disappointment of a Sonic game. Alright, Sonic Team, what went wrong? When did you forget how to make Sonic games? Sonic Forces should have been great. You made a decent skeleton of a plot, some great ideas of mechanics, and a new character creation hook that was bound to suck in everyone who has a DeviantArt account. But you forgot some key things such as functionality, polish, replay value, and fun. No one wanted a serious Sonic. That is true. Dr. Eggman is back and has turned the Phantom Ruby into a weird masked fox robot called Infinite. Using Infinite's power, he conjures up replicas of Sonic's greatest enemies, Chaos, Shadow, Metal Sonic, and Zavok from Sonic Lost World. Using this evil army, he quickly takes over the world, and it's up to Sonic, classic Sonic, and an original character created by you to form a resistance and save the day. It's essentially the same old Sonic shtick, but the reality released Super Mario Odyssey proved that the same old schnick works so long as you don't take yourself too seriously. Sonic Forces, on the other hand, takes itself way too seriously. Characters constantly tell you how your army is facing off against Eggman's forces, taking casualties and securing strategic objectives. Unfortunately, you never get to see this actually happen. Instead, you are spoon-fed exposition about off-screen battles as you make your way through stock platforming levels. Sometimes the game doesn't even show you stuff that's happening in the level you are playing. There is one level where you are supposed to be disabling the defense of one of Eggman's bases. You make your way through the base, but you never actually disable anything. Knuckles just calls you on your communicator and says, "You did it," right before you hit the goal. Wow, that is disappointing. Moments that you should have been really cool lose their impact because they just aren't enjoyable to play. At one point, Sonic is sucked into null space, a void where literally nothing exists. Eggman gloats, saying Sonic will never escape, and everyone is worried that they will never see him again. Then you do a quick time event composed of mashing a single button as fast as you can, and you escape. The whole exchange takes less than a minute and is never spoken about again. It's impossible to take any threat in the game seriously when half of the threats aren't shown or played out. You don't even fight half of the bosses you see in the intro scene. Shadow and Chaos are just sort of forgotten about, and even Savok spends all his time on top of a BMAC instead of fighting you directly. Then there's the problem of tone. Every so after a nugget of truly witted script writing shines through, like when Modern Sonic says it's been generations since you saw a classic Sonic. The problem is Sonic Forces doesn't want to be funny. The Sonic Boom cartoon proved that Sonic is at its best when it's self-aware. Yet Sonic Forces is so attached to its dark and gritty image, it keeps smothering any attempt as humor. As a result, these small moments of wit just pull you out of a plot that was already hard to get immersed in. Sonic Team should have just gone with full humor, or even better, let the plot fade into the background and let the gameplay speak for itself. Three types of gameplay that barely make a game. The three main characters break up the game into three distinct gameplay types. Classic Sonic is by far the most fun. He controls exactly like Sonic did in Sonic Mania, drop, dash, and all. It's heavily implied that he actually is the Sonic from Sonic Mania, transported to this darker, edgier world after his final battle with Eggman and the hard-boiled heavies. There is so much to enjoy in classic Sonic stages, from the classic sound effects that accompanied all of your moves, to classic power-ups like the shield and speed boost, to the rockin' 16-bit Genesis sound chip remixes that play in the background. If you enjoy classic 2D Sonic, you will enjoy these stages, for the most part. Yet, this experience is marred by flaws that Sonic Mania simply didn't have. The camera is pulled out way too far, making it hard to tell where Sonic is on screen. This is only further complicated by the busy backgrounds which hide your position behind explosions and bloom. It's hard to tell which threats are cosmetic and which are real, which leads to some cheap deaths. Most annoyingly, there is something seriously wrong with collision detection. There are plenty of times when I looked like I was going to make a jump, only to fall through the edge of a platform. And other times when it looked like I was going to clear an obstacle, only to slam into an invisible wall and fall right into it. Modern Sonic sports the same boost gameplay that has become known for, and this too can be fun. Slamming your way through enemies while nimbly dodging obstacles is a blast in early stages. However, it gets worse and worse as the game goes on. In later stages, the game removes stage edges, like some sort of sadistic recreation of Mario Kart's Rainbow Road. If you boost at any point, you will immediately run off the edge and die. Your only option is to not boost in a gameplay format, where the only source of fun is boosting. So, what do we have left? In this case, platforming. But platforming with Modern Sonic is a chore. There is no sound cue when he jumps like the iconic bloop sound of classic Sonic. In fact, there is barely visual confirmation of a jump at all. So it's hard to tell where you are in the air. Modern Sonic's jumps are shallow, and while he has a double jump, he's even shallower. I didn't even know that was even a word. If you mash the jump button, you'll double jump, immediately cutting off your jump height and usually causing you to fall into a pit. He has little traction and moves the fastest of all three characters, making it nearly impossible to land on small platforms. It's just not fun. And I have no idea why so many modern Sonic stages are focused on platforming, while classic Sonic is clearly better built for that sort of gameplay. Your custom character proves the most unique gameplay experience. They have a grappling hook, a special Wispawn, which gives them a unique attack, and special racial abilities depending on what animal species you have. The sheer amount of options allows for multiple routes through every custom character stage. You can use the Lightning Wispawn's light speed dash to cross chasms of zipping along ring paths, or the Burst Wispawn multi-jump to reach higher platforms. Some Wispawns are even geared towards boss fights, granting you invisibility or dealing a ton of damage, which is pretty much the most broken part of the entire game, pretty much. This gameplay style is a solid enough experience without many flaws, but it also doesn't have a lot of good points either. Many stages will force you to stop and go through enemy gauntlets, reminiscent of the action stages in Sonic Boom. This wouldn't be a horrible idea, except all the enemies in these gauntlets are pushovers that can be defeated by mashing the attack button. In fact, you have a higher risk of randomly falling off the side of the battle area than dying from enemy attacks. In the end, they are little more than roadblocks in a game franchise that is all about keeping up your momentum. Your custom character runs slower than Sonic but jumps higher, making it more fit for platforming. These are the best parts of custom character games, is you can use your customized layout to tackle platforming challenges in unique ways. Unfortunately, there is always a best way to go about it. If you enter a stage and find a ton of lightning with energy scattered around, don't even bother continuing if you don't have the Lightning Wispawn equipped. Just exit the stage, change your layout, and try again. Otherwise, you will be in for some frustration. Just like Sonic Forces used to have. Just like Sonic Forces lets you have a lot of frustration when playing. To mitigate this frustration, you can bring a rental hero into any custom character stage. These are other characters that other players have created that you can switch to anytime. Having two layouts means you can bring your favorite Wispawn and a Wispawn that is useful for the stage at the same time. Unfortunately, your choices in rental heroes are randomized, so you aren't guaranteed to find someone who has the right Wispawn equipped. This leads to a lot of rapid confirm canceling until you find a hero you want to take with you. There are also levels where modern Sonic and your custom character are controlled at the same time. This vastly improves the gameplay of both, since you essentially gain access to both characters' abilities. You get Sonic speed and boost ability, but the custom character's jump height, Wispawn, and maneuverability, that word is long. Unfortunately, these are the shortest stages in the game, usually over after a brief platforming segment and quick time event. But Parappa, are you still listening to me? Parappa?
I'm here.
No, I know that you're here, but where's Parappa? Was I literally reading most of that for nothing? Oh, god damn.
Well, I've been listening.
I was literally reading. The game seems to downplay its strength as much as possible. Oh, he's dead? Oh, okay. Alright. New features don't go far enough. Oh, that is bad. 5.75 out of 10 from Game Crate. Sonic Forces is a disappointing rehash of everything that has been done wrong with the Sonic franchise in the past. There are some good ideas here, but none of them were executed in a way that was fun or enjoyable. Controls visuals get a 5, music gets an 8, graphics get a 6, and value gets a 4. Oh wow, that is a yikes for me, dog. Ah, that is very disappointing. Oh wait, have I ever let me see. There's this poem that I always love to read. The cremation of Sam McGee.
Rice, I am not your slave.
Alright, do you guys want me to read this this poem?
Sure.
Alright. Well, I actually want Parappa to be here for it, but did he go somewhere? Did he go to the bathroom?
I'm not sure.
There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who mull for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have their seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake LaBarge I cremated Sam McGee. Now, Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows, why he left his home in the south to roam, round the pole God only knows. He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell, though he often say in his homely way that he'd sooner live in hell. On a Christmas day, we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail. Talk of your cold through the park of fold is stabbed like a driven nail. If our eyes we closed to the lashes froze till sometimes we couldn't see, it wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. In
Wait,
that very
TJ?
night as we lay packed, yeah?
Why are you going like countryside? You're like going, hey.
Like, wait, is my mic cutting out or is...
No, your mic's fine. It's like you're getting like an accent while you're reading it, kind of like a.
Oh no, because because you know I gotta sound country a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, I can hear the accent changing.
And
were
that
like-
very night, as we lay packed tight in our robes beneath the snow, and the dogs were fed, and the stars overhead were dancing heel and toe. He turned to me and says I'll cash in this trip, I guess. And if I do, I'm asking that you won't refuse my last request. Well, he seemed so low that I couldn't say no. Then he says with a sort of moan, it's the cursed cold and it's got right hold till I'm chilled clean through to the bone. Yet, tain't being dead, it's my awful dread of the icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear that foul and fair you'll cremate my last remains. A pal's last need is a thing to heed, so I swore I would not fail. And we started on at the streak of dawn, but God, he looked ghastly pale. He crouched on the sleigh and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee. And before nightfall, a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. There wasn't a breath in that land of death, and I hurried horror-driven, with the corpse half hid that I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. It was lashed to the sleigh, and it seemed to say, you may tax your brawn and brains, but you promised true, and it's up to you to cremate those last remains. Now, a promise made is a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. In the days to come, through my lips were dumb, in my heart how I cursed that load. In the long, long nights, by the lone firelight, while the huskies found in a ring, howled out their woos sometimes in the homeless snows, oh God, how I loathed that thing. And every day that quiet clay seemed to heavy and heavier grow, and on I went through the dogs were spent and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad and I felt half mad, but I swore I would not give in. And I often sing to the hateful thing, and I hearkened with a grin. So I came to the marge of Lake Lamarge, and a derelict there lay. It was jammed in the ice, but I saw in a trice it was called the Alice May. And I looked at it and I thought of it, and I looked at my frozen chum, and here said I with a sudden cry was my crematorium. Some planks I tore with the cabin floor, and I lit the boil fire. Some coal I found that was laying around it, and I heaped the fuel higher. The flames just soared and the furnace roared, such a blaze you seldom see. And I burrowed a hole in the glowing coal, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. Then I made a hike, for I didn't like to hear him sizzle so. And the heavens scowled, and the huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. It was an icy cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. And the greasy smoke in an icy cloak went streaking down the sky. I do not know how long in the snow I wrestled with greasy fear, but the stars came out and they danced about, eerie again I ventured near. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said I would just take a peep inside. I guess he's cooked, and it's time to look. Then the door I opened wide, and there sat Sam, looking cool and calm, in the heart of the furnace roar. And he wore a smile you could see a mile, and he said, "Please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in the cold and storm. Since I left Plumtree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who mold for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge of Lake Lamarge. I cremated Sam McGee." That's good. Hello? Anybody here?
Yeah, that was a really long poem. Like, jeez.
I can read another one. Do you want me to read another one?
No, it's okay.
No, there's the shooting of Dan McGrew.
No, we don't.
No, please. I want to read another one, please. I love reading.
TJ. Rest in
I have nothing to do.
except play Fortnite with Pooh.
I'm pretty much just waiting for challenges on Thursday. Because even though I'm tier 100, I still have to like do like challenges if I actually want to like get
You're
like
tier 100?
Like the cosmic. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm level 60. I'm level 67 too, so I got the origin for Big Boy.
I
That's my
like
right.
big boys, itty bitty boys, super boys, and then the titty boys. I
Alright,
like
here we
big
go.
boys.
The
Okay.
shooting
God.
of Dan McGrew. Wait, you don't like me? You don't like my poem reading?
CJ, you're cutting out.
Man, I'm cutting out, really?
Yeah. You're like, here we go, the shooting of...
Oh wait, am I still cutting out?
No, you're not.
Hi Sam.
So wait, you don't like my poem reading? Sad face.
Hi, Judy. Imagine if at one point you decided to like. Actually, never mind.
All right, now you see with the shooting of Dan McGrew, I'm gonna have that accent again, but it's gonna be a little bit more like there. So all right, this is gonna be the last one, and then I'm gonna go.
Aw, shit.
Do what I
Here
don't
we
care.
go again.
All right, here we go. Get your popcorn. Get your Kit Kats.
I don't know.
Oh no.
I thought you would know.
All right, get your popcorn. Get everything ready. This is the shooting of Dan McGrew.
Oh god.
A bunch of boys were whipping it up in the Malamute Saloon. That
Whipping out
kid
their
that
dicks?
handles the music box was hitting a jag-time tune. Back of the bar in a solo game sat Dangerous Dan McGrew, and watching his
Marshmallow
luck was
skin.
his light of love, the lady that's known as Lou. Went out of the night, which was 50 below, and into the din and the glare. There stumbled a miner fresh from the creek's dog dirty and loaded for bear. He looked like a man with a foot in the grave and scarcely the strength of a louse. Yet he tilted a poke of dust on the bar and he called for drinks for the house. There was none
Finally.
that could place the stranger's face, though we searched ourselves for a clue.
That how
he
you
drank-
deleted your
he drank
marshmallow
his health,
skin.
And the last to drink was Dangerous Dan McGrew. There's men that somehow just rip your eye and hold them hard like a spell. And such was he, and he looked to me like a man who lived in hell. With the
That-
face both hair and the dreamy stare of a dog whose day is done. As he watered the green stuff in his glass, and he dropped fell one by
What the
one.
heck?
Then I got to figuring who he was and wondering what he'd do.
Stop. Whoa.
And I turned my head, and there watching him was the lady that's known as
Listen.
Lou. His eyes went rubbering around the room, and he seemed in a kind of daze, till at last the old piano fell in a way of his wandering
Dude.
gaze. The ragtime
Dude.
kid was his
Dude.
what?
I'm trying to ask what you reading.
A poem.
Bye.
Because I wasn't. Pretty much I was out of game most of the time, so I barely.
Okay, alright, you see, now I gotta redo this whole movie.
No.
Okay, okay.
No, no,
Do
no,
it.
no, no.
Do it. No. You can do it later.
Okay, the ragtime kid was having a drink. There was no one else on the stool. So the stranger stumbled across the room and flopped down there like a fool. In a buckskin shirt was glazed with dirt. He sat and I saw him sway. Then he clutched the keys with his taloned hands. My God, what that man can play! Were you ever out in the great alone when the moon was awfully clear, and the icy mountains hemmed you in with the silence
That
of
didn't count.
multitudes? With only the howl of a timber wolf, and you camped there in your cold.
Okay.
A half-dead thing in a stark dead world, clean mad in the muck, cold
Listen,
and
man,
gold.
Okay.
While high overhead, green, yellow, and red, the northern lights swept in bars.
This is
Then you hunched with the music that
third-
hungered and night
third time the charm.
and the stars. And hungered
Third time
night
charm.
of the belly kind that's vanished with bacon and beans.
That didn't count.
But the gnawing hunger of lonely men for a home and all that is means. For a Bravo, what the fuck? What are you saying, Will? I'm reading the poem, and you're just saying things above what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm just trying to make a basketball shot.
Okay. For a fireside far from the cares they are, four walls and a roof above. But oh, so crammed full of cozy joy and crowned with a woman's love. Oh, things are getting janky.
That's
A
one
woman
thing that I
purer
hate about this.
in all the world and true as heaven to me. God, how gassy she looked through her robe. That lady that's known as Lou. Oh, that didn't really rhyme, okay? Then on
Oh my gosh.
Then on a sudden the music
Not only
changed. Those thought that you scarce that your scarce could hear. But
Why?
you felt that your life had been looted clean from all that was once held dear. That someone had stolen the woman you loved, that her love was a devil's lie. That your guts were gone and the best for you was the calm way.
I wish we had.
'Twas the crowning cry
Oh,
of the
yeah.
heart's despair, and it thrilled you through and through.
Where?
I guess
Yeah,
I'll remember
burger.
the scare misery, said dangerous Dan Rude. The music almost died away, then it burst like a hiccup of blood, and it seemed to say, repay, repay, and my eyes were blind with blood. I thought came back as an
I
ancient
want my
law,
paper.
sung by
I want
frozen
an
light.
actual burger.
And the
Give me a
lust
Durr burger.
awoke to kill, and the music stopped with a crash. And the
Just like
stranger
give her a
turned,
Durr
and a
burger.
eye they burned in a most particular way. In a buckskin shirt with
Are you
with
Goku?
dirt he sat, and I saw him sweat. Then his lips went in a kind of grin, and he spoke, and his voice was calm. And boy, says he, and he didn't know me, and none of you
There we
ever
go.
will.
That's how you give up.
But I want the state and my worth was
If
straight,
there's
and
anything like that-
I'll bet my poke they're true. And the one of you is a hound of hell,
If I ever
and
do that
one
to a
is
customer-
damn through. Then I ducked my head, and the light went out, and two guns blazed in the dark. And the woman screamed, and the lights went up, and the two men said,
Throw it at their face.
on his head,
And they go, God,
with dangerous Dan McGrew. While the man from the creeks lay clutched in the breast of a lady. There are simple facts of the case, and I guess I ought to know. They say the stranger was crazed with pouch, and I'm not denying it.
Can I get some hot sauce?
And I'm not,
And then next
and I'm
one
not
just
so
put it in
wise
the
as a lawyer
package,
guy.
and then next one just ripped the package, just squirted it in
The
the eye.
lady that kissed him and pinched his coat was the lady that's known as Lou. That is that, and there it is, guys. That is the shooting of Dan McGrew. Of you guys enjoy. Make sure that you subscribe to my Instagram. Make sure you follow me on
Sorry
Instagram.
about that.
Smug Joey. I think I'm still Smug Joey. I think I gotta check. I think I'm still Smug Joey. Alright. Right, well I'm gonna go on Fortnite, and I'm going to speed run one of the maps that I play. Hopefully nobody does not invite me to Fortnite because I'm gonna be speed running. Speed run mode activated.
Oh, I forgot about this email.
Wait, what emo?
It was the... What is it? I saw it a moment ago. I forgot about the jubilation.
Uh-oh. Oh, jubilation.
I still hate that emo to this day. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just that it was skins that I saw that made me do it. Got things in their head.
I think that was something I was I think that's something I'm always good at.
Freaking too many heads into jubilation.
Like I'm always good at reading. Because I always put a lot of
Peppa Pig. X. D.
I mean, just be glad that you didn't have to act it out.
No, I mean like I said, it's a poem.
Look at in high school that I had to act it out, and it did not work out well. We had to act out Romeo and Juliet, and I was like, please let me be one of the side characters. And then next no, they just went to me and saying, you will be, don't you fucking say it. And then said, you'll be just a random person name. I forgot the name. I think it was Quebec or something like that. And I was like, yes, they don't have that much script. And the next no, they was like, and then some people were going, hey, how about you be Romeo instead? I was like, don't you do this to me.
Oh hell no.
That's what I was I was like, don't you do this to me. And then it's no, that they were just joking about, they were just kept on joking about me being Romeo. Then next no, they was like, you know what? That's a good idea. You should be Romeo. And I just looked at the entire crowd and I was like, why me? Like, honestly, me being a Romeo, that would not work out.
Big chicken boy. Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's go.
But fucking, I had to be Romeo, and then next to know that flipping. But flipping that, they were like, oh Romeo, oh Romeo. And I was like, oh cringe, oh cringe.
I got too far.
And then next, no, they were like, then as Romeo and Juliet had to go in for a passionate kiss, I was like, we don't actually have to do this now, do we? And they said no. They said no, and I was like, thank gosh. So, it was a nightmare. I never wanted to be Romeo again. Or actually, no, I didn't want to act again. That lady. And she just looked at me go like, did you just call me fat? And I was like, what did I do? I ain't wrong.
Oh, there goes Pico.
Right now.
Pico said that. Pico said that.
Oh no.
You see, I'm having a lot of time lost right now because I sit over here and admiring these beautiful graphics because my TV is better and it's not a broken TV.
God, she's a. Okay.
Oh, you changed the TV?
Yeah, my mom gave me a hand-me-down flat screen TV.
Oh, so that's it. Oh, sorry. So that's the story of how he got here today. And dog, you better not jump at me. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Go downstairs. No, go downstairs. You know what you did. You nasty dog.
Fuck, it's doing it again.
I mean, I'm proud of you, but at the same time, gosh dang it, why? Why at me? Should've did it at somebody else. Trader. Ugh. Okay. That statue. Bang. Dog, you stay away from me. You know what we did. You buzzard. Yes. He talked to him. He betrayed me after I... He betrayed me. He betrayed me, and yes, he did frame me. But man betrayed. Right here, stop saying anything, please. I will lag out and you keep doing that. Thank you. How many?
Huh.
I don't think, I thought you was joking about that lagging part. You lagged out pretty quickly. Okay then.
I mean, like, yes, now I don't have to worry about people leaving, so.
Baginda. Yaxino, Floga.
Louisa, Prashar.
Aroka. Ba, ano? Nanay.
What? My employee is leaving? Last sale and then close up shop. Never mind. Bring up. Store. Close.
Badamoy Kisape. Kisape Amsum. Bloody Shane.
Restock. To make it happy. Make up. There we go. Oh, still one more over here.